Anyhow, I got scammed. I knew it was a scam. I knew, like I did. But one of those Buddhist dudes came up. He was being super cute and super sweet, and he's like, "Hey, he's like a donation. You can write down anything you want. Like, what do you want? Love." And like, yes, yeah. And he was very good because I was like, "No, no, thank you." And he's like, "Yes." And he like literally puts these bracelets in my hand and like puts it on my wrist and hands me this necklace, puts it in my hand, and I was just like, I don't know, like as silly and cheesy as it sounds, I just felt like I needed that moment and I needed like these little gifts. And I needed that, like, even if it was scammy love, like, I needed that kind of love, like that. The love was real. I mean, he was definitely trying to get paid, but, like, the love was real. The emanation from him was beautiful. And to me, I thought, like, yeah, okay. And so I open up my wallet, and he's looking in too, like, and my $100 bill is like there wrapped around a couple ones, and I don't know, like, I don't know what came over me. I gave him $100. I know it was a poor investment for like 30 cents worth of goods. I know, but I thought for some reason, like, you know what, I do this, I give this, and put that energy and that kindness and generosity out into the world, and it's going to come back to me. You know, that's kind of what I felt. And especially like being alone and that kind of like, I don't know, being like a little tiny bit vulnerable. I needed that moment. I had a transformer give me a hug, and I thought that was really sweet. Like, I wasn't like going up to them or anything. They just saw me walking, and they're just like, then they asked, they saw my gimbal and they're like, "Oh, do you want a picture?" And I was like, "No, like I just gave that guy $100. Like, sorry about your luck." But yeah, so Times Square was really really cool. Just so many people everywhere, just so many buildings. I'm sure I missed so much. It's just so much to look at. It really is. Um, Went to St. Patrick's Cathedral. That place was just absolutely magnificent, and it really did truly move me. Like, it almost brought a tear to my eye, just how beautiful it is. And then I sat in the pew and just kind of soaked it in, and just, it's a magical place. It really is. Definitely see it, and it didn't cost anything. Like, they just let you in. I didn't know if they'd even let me in or if I'd be allowed to film or anything, but yeah, they let you. So it's cool, but be respectful. If you guys go there and you want to film and whatever, please be respectful. Don't be a jerk. Don't be rude. Don't be loud. Be respectful, please. That's a sacred place. Accidentally wandered into the Rockefeller Center. I don't know. I just saw an elevator, like a random elevator sitting outside. And I was like, what is this? And I just walk in because, like, who does that, right? So I just walk into this random elevator and it goes down, and I'm like, is this like a super mall or what is this? Like, I don't even know what this is. And I was like, is this the Rockefeller Center? Because I know on the maps, like, it was kind of in close proximity to St. Patrick's Cathedral. And I'm like, no, this isn't Rockefeller Center. And I walked around some more and saw like a map on the wall, and I was like, oh, it is the Rockefeller Center. Hey guys, I know what I'm doing. Not wandering around aimlessly at all. Went to the bar called the Jupiter, and had a really fabulous drink that one of the waitresses came up with. They used like a rose liqueur, fresh mint, and like an orange peel. It was so good. It was lovely. It was such a lovely flavor. And my bartender, his name was Austin. He is a model. He is so sweet. He was so fun. He was great to chat with. And when he got off his shift, like, him and I sat next to each other and a couple of his friends, and we were just chatting it up, having a great time, and just hearing about his story. He is a really, really lovely person. And I would love to link his Instagram so you guys can give him a follow and check out his beautiful modeling photos. So just so you know, some of them do have nudity. It's very tasteful. He's not like, dangly bits out or anything like that. It's very tasteful, very elegant. But he's a great person. I appreciate him. There was a group of people from Wisconsin there. They were on a tour, and Midwest, recognize Midwest representation, love it. And we chatted it up. They were really great people. They ended up buying me a drink. I don't know what it was, but it was very strong, but it was just very sweet. We all hugged it out before they took off. Um, there was another dude who was a bartender. His name was Ade, which kind of freaked me out for 2 seconds because I'm like, oh no. But he was a really, really cool guy. He was telling me about the Comedy Cellar, and he's like, oh, you have to go if you're into comedy. And we were just chatting it up, having great conversation, talking about like dating and just like what it's like. And I think he liked me, but I got a little bit distracted talking to my other group of friends there, so like it kind of got cut off. But I think he was trying to invite me out to the Comedy Cellar. Um, so yeah, we were getting ready to part ways. You know, I was going to go back to my hotel because like I had been literally walking around for several hours and had a couple cocktails at that point. So I'm like, I'm gonna go back to my room, freshen up, and you know, maybe go back out, maybe hit another bar or two before I like call it an evening. Went to hug it out with my friends. Austin was feeling the hug. Girl next to him was feeling the hug. I'm so sorry, I forgot your name, sweetheart. She was really cool. She was really, really cool. I'm so sorry. Um, but the other chick who was there, she was like, nah. She was like, no, no, thank you. I'm like, okay, like you're a little pretentious, huh? Hmm. Mrs. Cool with your short pixie haircut and your boy pants. Like, all right, but whatever, it's fine. She was fine, but I was just like, lighten up, come on. Yeah, had a nice time. Went back to my room and I literally just passed the fuck out. Like I was tuckered out. Woke up a couple hours later, and was just like, I could go back out, but also like I'm still kind of tired and I don't know. It's getting later, and I don't know how smart it would be for me to like just start wandering about in the dark. Like even though there's a lot of light still, but like you know what I mean. Like so, I opted against it. And I'm sorry, I guess this is going to be a four-parter because I do have one more thing to talk about.